Hey guys, so e.l.f. just came out with some new single eyeshadows, and to look at them and learn about them, I thought they reminded me a lot of the Urban Decay Moondust shadows that I am so crazy about. So we are going to find out today if they are comparable. They are $6 a piece. They come in 6 different colors. I bought 3. I took a leap of faith and bought half of what they had, hoping that they would be good. e.l.f. is usually pretty good quality, so if I really like them, maybe I'll get the other 3 shades, but I think 3 is good. I probably don't need all 6. I'm trying not to buy every single color of every product that comes out anymore. It's just, kind of wasteful. So the 2 that I knew I wanted right away was White Hot and Champagne Showers. And then the third shade I got was It's Glit. It's Glit is a gold, and I don't really like gold eyeshadows. I think I might have clicked on the wrong button. I meant to get a different shade, but oh well, accidents happen. But yeah, I knew right away, White Hot and Champagne Showers, I knew I definitely wanted. Now, there are some interesting things about uh, the packaging on this. They come in these little boxes, and on the back of the box it says, "This sheer sparkly eyeshadow topper turns every eye look into an elfing party, packed with microfine glitter flecks. The smooth formula can be worn alone or layered over other eyeshadows." Now for directions it says apply over eyeshadow to add highlight and dimension, or press onto bare lids for a subtle wash of sparkle. Now here's where it gets confusing, we'll say. Further on down the box it says, "Warning, not for use in the immediate eye area." Now, that's a direct contradiction right there, because it's an eyeshadow, but it says not for use in the immediate eye area. So that warning is basically them covering their butt so that they don't get sued if somebody gets an eye injury from some of the sparkles getting in their eyes. So that kind of gets me angry, to be perfectly honest with you, because is it an eyeshadow or is it not an eyeshadow? Because if it's not for use in the immediate eye area, but yet you're labeling it as an eyeshadow, so that's to prevent lawsuits for them, basically. Okay, so now let me show you the actual product. It comes in this clear lucite packaging, and those are the 3 shades that I got. So this is Champagne Showers, this is It's Glit, and this is White Hot. So that's what the packaging looks like. Now I am going to change the camera, and we are going to do some swatches before I use it on my eyes. And we're going to compare this to similar products from other brands that I have in similar colors. So let's do some swatches right now. Okay guys, so what we are going to do is we are going to swatch these alongside some Urban Decay Moondust shadows, and I also have a palette with MAC Cosmetics Extreme Dimension eyeshadows, and that is also the same, type of glittery, shimmery eyeshadows. Now, the thing is, even though these are all glittery, sparkly eyeshadows, they're smooth. Now, the e.l.f. ones I have not swatched yet. I'm going to swatch them live with you on camera, and then I'm going to actually apply them to my eyes when we get back to the other setup that I have for filming. So let's look and see what I have that is comparable. Okay, so here's my Urban Decay Moondust palette, and it looks like the champagne color by e.l.f. is quite similar. There's no gold in this palette, and there's yeah, this isn't the same. Okay, so White Hot is similar to this shade. And then in the MAC palette, I do have 2 gold shades in the MAC palette. So the e.l.f. one seems to be somewhere in between this gold and this gold. So we'll swatch the 2 MAC golds with this in the middle just to see if they look similar. But let's start with the Urban Decay one because I know that's what most people will be interested in. So the first thing I need to do is take off my watch so I'll be able to swatch. Okay, so here we go. I am dying to see how this is. So yes, that was quite smooth, not chunky or anything. All right, now that is very, very sheer, you guys. That's white hot. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to swatch the Urban Decay Moon Dust. So as you can see, the Urban Decay Moon Dust gives you more of a base color, whereas the e.l.f. one is a very sheer application. Okay. All right, so I wiped off those swatches, and now we're going to do the gold one by e.l.f., which is called It's Glit. Now there's quite a bit of color payoff with this color, but how does it swatch? All right, so you can definitely see the color very well on that one as opposed to the white one. And let me just wipe off my finger and dry it before I swatch the MAC ones because I've got 2 gold ones here. I've got Happy Gold Lucky. Whoa, that's not the same color at all. Wow, not at all. Okay, not even close. Maybe the other gold will be more similar. So I'm wiping my finger off on a wet wipe and a napkin to try to get some consistency here. So the other gold one in the MAC palette is called Gold with Luck. All right, let me try to do this on the other side of, no, that's not the same at all. Okay, so the e.l.f. one is a very pale gold, which I actually like better than these MAC colors are more like a burnished, tarnished, warm gold. I like the e.l.f. color better. And it seems to give quite a bit of color payoff. So while it's not similar to the MAC ones, I don't really mind that. I actually am glad. I think I'm going to like this gold a lot better. All right, so now we are going to go back to my original setup and apply them on my eyes and see how they look on my eyes. Okay, so I'm back over here at this setup, and I forgot to mention for anybody that was curious about this, these are made in China, and you get 2 grams of product in each component. Okay, so figured I would mention that as well. Now, the only thing that I have on my eyes is MAC Painterly Paint Pot because that's what I use for an eyeshadow base. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I switch it up a little bit, but that's all I have on my eyes right now. Now, the one that didn't have a comparison was the Champagne Showers, and that's the one that I was actually most curious about. So that is that right there. Now, when I use those other eyeshadows that I just showed you by the other brands, I find that with this type of formula, the best thing to do is apply it with your fingers. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to swirl my finger in here. And I also didn't do swatches over there, so you didn't get to see the swatch of that. So that's what that shade looks like. So what I'm going to do is try to get right in your face here. So it is a sheer wash. There isn't a lot of color there, but this is what people are into right now, is a very subtle, sparkly look. But nobody wants like chunky glitter. So that's what it looks like swatched on my eye, I guess you would say. And the MAC Painterly Paint Pot is more or less holding it in place. As I'm applying this, I am not getting any fallout, which is nice. So you don't need glitter glue or anything like that. Now, I wouldn't just do that and be done. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the e.l.f. I Love You Latte palette and do, for me, what would be like a complete look with this. So I'm just going to take this eyeshadow brush that I got with my Mana Kadar eyeshadow palette, and let's go into, I would say probably this shade would be my best bet. This one, yeah, they don't have names. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that. I'm just going to put that in the outer corner and the crease and work it in just a tiny bit. Because I have to have something else there. I can't just do like one sparkly sheer eyeshadow and be done, you know? It just doesn't look done to me. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot more here because I do want to keep it a fairly simple look. And then I'm just going to take like a detail brush and pick up a little more of that same shade and just go along the lower lash line. Yeah, these minimalistic eye looks are so big right now. And you know what? I'm here for it because we all did so much on our eyes for so long and it doesn't necessarily look better. Okay, so now I'm just gonna just put a tiny bit more so that I have some symmetry going on here between the eyes. All right, that's better. Okay, now I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply mascara and come back and show you the finished look. Okay, so lashes are curled and mascara is on. Now, the next time I use these, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a neutral eyeshadow on my lid and then use these as toppers. and see how I make out there. But I think for $6, I think these are pretty darn nice. They don't have as much of a base color so as the Urban Decay Moon Dust do. So you're better off, I think, using these as a topper, but you could definitely get a beautiful look doing it. And they're nice and smooth and they apply easily. And if you put a base on first, any kind of eyeshadow primer or whatever you normally use first, then you probably won't get much, if any, fallout. So I think it's a pretty subtle look, but yeah, next time I'm gonna use them as a topper and just use some kind of a neutral eyeshadow underneath them and see how that works. But I'm really glad I bought these. I think $6 is a very fair price for these. And yeah, I like them a lot. So thank you for watching and subscribing. And if you like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Bye.